Hello there, this is Helen Martin from Mountain Lion Design, and on this video I'm just going to explain a little bit about HTML, because this is the basic building blocks that a web page is built on, and it's something that you're going to need to have a basic knowledge of in order to effectively edit your own, manage the content of your own website. It's not essential, but having this knowledge will certainly make a lot of difference when it comes to things like copying and pasting from Word documents, because software such as Word are designed for print, and therefore the HTML code that they create when it's pasted in can be a little bit dodgy, and can give sort of odd results that you're not necessarily expecting. So it's good to have knowledge of HTML to be able to make that kind of make those changes. So HTML is the meaning of HTML is hypertext markup language, and it's the code language that website pages use in order to display content such as you see on this demonstration page that we're looking at now. So if you look at this page, you'll see that there are a variety of different types of text. There are we have main headings, we have subheadings, we have normal, ordinary, basic text, we have different types of links. Scrolling down, we've got, we have bold text, italic text, inserting pictures, inserting videos, and text with completely unique styling, size, font and colour, for example. So all of these different aspects of a page, elements of a page, are all built with a code. So just for a second, I want to go from our web page onto the second tab along here, which is the Your Website /CMS, or if you're a web design therapy customer, it will be your website address /content editor. And we're going to, first of all, we're going to have a look in the blocks area, and the blocks area contains the blocks of text that will appear on your web page. So for now, we're going to go into the demo page block, which if we swap right over here, we skip on over to this is your demo page. So this is the edit view of the content that's displayed on that page, and you'll see all those different types of text there in the text edit window view. And if, like I explained on the first video, we click on this button here, we can view the source, which is to view the HTML. Click on that. We're viewing the HTML code that is defining the text that is displayed in real time. As you can see, there's different types of strange looking pieces of text here. For example, we've got the word demo page here, and either side of that you can see a strange little bit of text here at the front, and a strange little bit of text here at the end of it. Those little bits of code define the fact that on our website, we jump over to text edit view, that the words demo page appear as large main heading text. Let's jump back into HTML view. And each of these funny little bits of code either side of any piece of text you want to define the style of, these are called, we call those tags. Okay, so at the beginning we've got what we call an opening tag, and at the end we close it off with what we call a closing tag. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over into a text editor software where, rather than this, like this, you have to keep toggling over to see the changes that we're making between the two views. I'm just going to jump over onto this text editor, which means that this we'll be able to see it split on the screen. So whatever HTML code we put up here in the blue area will be revealed, the results will be revealed in the white area. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in, make the text a little bigger so you can see it properly. Okay, okie doke. So, just as we saw on the on our own web page a second ago, we've got the piece of text here. Welcome to the real-time HTML editor, and it's got these tags. It's got an opening tag and a closing tag, and you can see the resulting text here. And then the same with the second line down. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to start from scratch with each of the different main types of HTML that you're going to need to know. There are only a few different types, but if you know this, then it will make just make life a lot easier. Okay, so probably the first thing that you're going to put in on your web page will be a main heading. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type the word main heading, and in front of, sorry about that, in front of the word main heading, I'm going to put the code which defines a main heading, and that is bracket H1 bracket and at the end I'm going to put bracket / H1 bracket. As you can see, text is now in a main heading format. So each of these tags is defined in the same way. It has a bracket, and a bracket, then the text that you want to format, then a bracket, facing, you know, facing the more than symbol, and another bracket with the less than symbol, and the closing brackets, like the first example that we used, has a forward slash. Now, there are a variety of different types of code that we can put within those tags. As I've just explained, the main heading tag is H1. Now, if I put in here H2, and then after my forward slash, at the end, I also write H2, you can see that the resulting text is a subheading, the size of a subheading. Now, on your web pages, you probably won't want to have anything more, really, I wouldn't imagine, than a main heading, header 1, and a subheading, header 2. You may wish to have a slightly smaller subheading for a subheading for some kind of paragraphs, in which case it's very, very obvious what that's going to be, and that is bracket H3, you guessed it, bracket smaller subheading, and bracket forward slash H3 bracket. And as you can see, true to form, we have a smaller subheading. For a regular paragraph, the HTML code is simply a P. So these are quite easy to understand. H for heading, H1 being a big old heading, 2, H3, P, it's quite self-explanatory that that's actually going to mean paragraph. So if I just jump over to Word, and I'm going to copy this piece of text here as a paragraph, and so we can paste it straight in. I'm going to put a bracket, P, a bracket, forward slash P, and a bracket, and in between those two HTML tags, I'm going to paste my text. And there you have it. You have normal text. So, what if I wanted to make some of that text bold? Let's say that this word here is a very important word, and it needs to be emphasised by a bold. True to form, the HTML for bold is going to be very, very straightforward and very obvious. It's the letter B. So in front of that word, if I put my bracket, B, bracket, what you'll see happens there is that all the text after that word has now become bold. Obviously we don't want that, we only want that one word. So what we need to do is to put our closing bracket at the end of the end of the word, the end of the part of the text that we want to have that type of formatting. So we'll have a bracket, forward slash because it's the closing bracket, B, close the bracket, and there we go. Our important word is now bold. The same goes for italic, except that the code for italic is I. So for example, if I wanted to change this word from, if I want to make this word bold and italic, I would, next to the bold tag, I would do bracket, I, bracket, and what we do with HTML code is it's always like a sandwich. So rather than saying the bold tag, the italic tag, the bold tag, the italic tag, it's always a sandwich. So it's the bold tag, the italic tag, the word sandwiched by the italic tag, and then the bold tag again at the end. So we've got the bracket, the forward slash, the I, and the bracket. And there, as you can see in the result, you have the word is now bold and italic. So that's some very, very basic HTML that you may need to know. So jumping over onto our page here in our content editor, we've covered a variety of different basic formatting. The only other thing that you would really need to know, you may need to know, this is useful to know, if we jump over to the HTML edit, is to look at how to define a link. So I'm just going to take this piece of code from here and put it into our very easy to see text edit here, and text editor, and paste it in. And I'm just going to actually get rid of some of this text because it's blocking our our view. Okay, so as you can see, the text that we've just put in here, the code that we've just put in here, has created a link. It's created a link to a web page, and the web page it's creating a link to is actually the Mountain Lion Design website. And the way that a link is defined is it's defined by an A tag, whereas the other ones would, you had H, P, I. This is an A, and it's A stands for anchor text, and anchor text is text that basically links to another page or another part of the same page. And in this case, this is the opening tag here. A bit longer than our usual ones, but it still opens with the bracket, and then it closes with the bracket forward slash A bracket. So that's a standard one. But the bracket at the start of the text that we want to be linked, this tag at the start has got to have some properties in it to define where that text is going to be linked to. So in this case, you've got the A, but then we have to put this as well. So this will all be here for you to note down. So you don't have to remember it. You can just refer back to this and just copy what I've done here. But the A tag is followed by href equals, and then in quotes, quote marks, double quote marks, you will just put the web page that you want it to, the link to go to. Okay, so finally there's only one more thing that I wanted to cover on this HTML video, which you will need to know, and that is a line break, which is defined by the tag BR, which is BR for break. So again, it's dead simple to remember. So at this point here, I want to make a line break. So not just a paragraph, because if I do a second paragraph, so let's copy this paragraph here. Let's copy that, and let's type that in again. As you can see, it's made two separate paragraphs. Okay, but if I don't want to make a paragraph, because a paragraph always makes it always leaves a paragraph break in between. What if I just want a break within a whole bunch of text? I want a line, a space, the line spacing. I would let's make this piece of text a little bit longer. Okay, so we've got this paragraph is a bit longer, and say that I want to make a line break here at this point here. No, I'll tell you what, at this point here, just before this this word here. What I do, and this is this type of tag, the BR tag, is actually different to other tags, as it doesn't need an end tag. It just stands alone. It just, because you're not defining a particular thing, you're just making a break. It's bracket BR bracket. And as you can see, the text has now, it's given a line break. You've got the line has now become, you've started a new line. It's very, very useful, and you're probably going to need it in your text editor quite a lot, is the BR, the break, the line break. Okay. So going back to our content editor, and let's just have a little look very, very briefly at the line breaks on here. So we've got a line break at the beginning, which is basically a line break is a space. It's a gap, making a gap of a gap between two lines of text or two pieces of information, so you're creating a gap in between those pieces of information. So I've got a line break at the beginning. I've got BR at the beginning. I've got a BR here after the headings. I've got a BR here. I've got a BR down here. I've got a BR here. If we swap over, just quickly jump over to the text edit, all of these breaks here in your text, they're all BRs, and including the one at the top. So anytime you want to indent, you want to make a gap, then that's how to do it. Okay, so now that should really help you for knowing how to do HTML. Sorry if this has been a little bit long-winded, but I wanted you to really understand it right from the start. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.